Welcome to the fourth part of the series, The Secret to Legendary Service. In this video, you'll hear Atlassian co-CEO Mike Cannon-Brookes on service outside IT at Atlassian.
So now when we talk about it, the next thing we want to do is continue to make our plane go a little bit faster. So we'd like to turn our A380 from something that looked like the A380 to something that looks like this, right? And how do you do that streamlining? Well, it's about efficiency and it's about all the other areas of the business, right? And so we tend to think about this as improving the way that we do operational support in every function of the business. So as an example, according to the Help Desk Institute, which is a large US industry body, more than half of the organizations out there have service management running outside of IT, right? So top use cases are things like facilities, HR, finance, interactive marketing type things. I need a design done. These are service-related tasks. So one part of the organization is requesting help from another, and it functions exactly like customer support. It may not be based on a problem. It may be a request. It's a repeatable function. So if you look at Atlassian now, we have more than 50 different service desks running across the business. So a huge number of service desks that you wouldn't traditionally think of as IT support. So we use them for procurement, we use them for HR, legal, finance, etc. So let me drill into one particular example. Matt here runs our legal counsel, is one of our legal counsel. And you don't typically think about legal as a service delivery team, right? When we started, we had one lawyer, our general counsel joined. I wasn't sure we'd ever have any more. We've added more, so they've grown ridiculously. It's now a 4-person team. And their 4-person legal team serving more than 1,700 customers, being Atlassians, right? And those customers require a bunch of services from legal, and legal is trying to streamline how they deliver those services so they can focus on the high-value activities that they add, right? So here's an example from our legal service desk about the types of things you can ask for from legal, and then they manage their queues and their processes on the back end depending on what they're asking for. So do I need legal review of a certain thing? Or I have a statement of work, I'm trying to work with a consultant, someone outside the business, I need an NDA. These are all repeatable, regularly asked questions of legal that they can optimize by having a service desk, increase customer satisfaction on behalf of the organization who gets faster responses, increase satisfaction on behalf of the legal team because they have it processed, organized, queued, and they can see when their queues are up or down. And actually, one of the things our legal department likes about it is it helps them ask for more staff. So we joke they've gone from 1 staff to 4 staff. But when they present data that shows, here's how much, we've optimized our process and here's how much our legal queues are up, they can make a really good ROI case to the business about why we need more lawyers, right? It's a really interesting kind of way of thinking about them as service. We can make sure in the contract sense, it's another example that's used very clearly here. When they create a contract here, sometimes it doesn't require legal review. Now, legal knows all of the terms and conditions about our organization. The staff may not know that. They're not sure. They just go in and file this. It may not actually require legal review. Maybe it's less than $10,000 or below some limit or in some area. This means no lawyer needs to get involved. This is sort of like legal self-help, if you want to think about it that way, right? So if you look at it as we onboarded more organizations, self-service has resulted in a huge saving of legal's time. So here they've implemented a service desk. The legal requests were growing, so they more than doubled over this year in terms of people asking for all of these different services from our legal department. We set up a service desk, and here you can see all of the requests that didn't require legal review that got handled, and overall a 60% reduction in the number of things that required review by legal that they didn't need to review. So they didn't do that anymore. It got handled self-help. And about a 15% reduction overall in the costs and the staffing that we needed there. So this made us very productive. It's a single example of one of the 50 service desks that run internally. Ultimately lets us hire more product engineers and spend more time building products rather than reviewing contracts internally. It's not just us. Many of our customers are doing that. If you look at Twitter, they now have more than 130 different service desks running across their business. They've taken this even further than we have into all sorts of different areas. In fact, if you want to get more from that, they had a session at our last summit where they went through some of the things they're doing, some really innovative ways they're handling service for non-IT parts of their organization. You can find the video of that online, of that session from last year's Atlassian Summit.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested to check out the products that Mike covered today, click the Try Free button to learn more.